Run away to Positano.
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 Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I love it.
Yes. Our cab driver is awesome. Pasquale?
Pasquale.
All right. We've made it to Positano.
We did make it to Positano.
Kim has an amazing story about our adventure to Positano.
But first, can you hear the congestion in his voice? Somebody still has bronchitis. Cough some up, baby, so
I'm good.
They can
I'm
cough, so they can hear you.
I'm good.
So, the moral of the story, outside of the listen to your wife and your wife knows everything, is that if you have a really light backpack and it only takes you 5 minutes to pack for a week-long trip, then you probably should go back to the drawing board because you haven't packed enough. If your backpack isn't heavy enough to hurt your back, then you haven't packed enough. So if it doesn't hurt your back, it's not right. My backpack hurt my back. That's why you carried it. So your backpack was light. That's why I carried it sometimes.
She did carry my backpack several times.
So that's the moral of the story.
Yes. So, Pasquale.
Yes. So we get into the Naples airport
About 6 p.m.
about 6 o'clock, and there's different options to get from Naples down to the Amalfi Coast. And if you look on the map, you know it's about that far. And you could go
about 2 hours.
Point A to point B to point C, take a ferry, take a train, take a bus, take a whatever. But because it's 6 o'clock, we want the most direct route. We decide, let's just catch a cab. We don't know how much it's going to cost, but I'm pretty sure a cab is going to get us there. We didn't have Wi-Fi, so we couldn't call an Uber, and we couldn't see what our other options were. So we leave the airport. We go to the closest cab stand, we find the first one that's in line, and we meet
Pasquale.
Pasquale. Yes. He's quite the character, and he speaks very little to no English. And he will tell you that he speaks no English, and that was our first sign that he was a con artist.
Yes.
Because everyone in Italy speaks some English. Period. End of story. At least, okay, everyone in the areas of Italy that we traveled spoke some type of English. Even the remote villages in Africa will speak more English than Pasquale said that he spoke. So that was my first impression of him.
Yes.
He tried to hustle. So we get in, we tell him where we're going, and he starts off, and we leave the airport. Then he wants to talk about the fare, because I don't think he talked about how much it was going to cost prior to leaving the airport. So we've got some euros on us, and we just cross our fingers like, okay, well, we're gonna get where we're going.
Yeah.
And
I had about 300 euro on me, so I knew that would cover it.
We're taking, well, you thought it would.
Well, it did.
We were hoping it would. You never know.
That's true.
We
Benditos all over.
We were in the cab with a con artist. So he pulls over and wants to talk about the fare. Great. That's what we need. I like a deal, and he wants to strike a deal. So he grabs a notepad, and I'll show you what he does. He says, no, speak English, no, speak English, $200. And that's not $200. It's
that's 200 euros.
200 euros.
Yeah.
Turn off.
Off meter. Turn off meter.
Off. He didn't say turn off meter. Off. 185. And sorry, this is backwards, but whatever. You know what I'm saying.
It's right in the thing, I'm sure.
So So, looking for a deal, cut that sucker off. We don't need the meter for
I'm like 185.
$185. And, you know, 185 euros. We'll still give him the 200 because then the tip will be done. Even though you don't tip over there, but we're American and we're used to it, so everybody's happy, right?
Yep.
Everybody's
185, I'm good.
Oh, no. So he turns off the meter and we're off.
Yep.
And he knows that we're going to Positano, but he still at this point doesn't even know where in Positano that we're going, but he's going in that direction. And we pass by Pompeii and you see Mount Vesuvius and he, you know, Madame, Pompeii, Madame.
Mount Vesuvius was really nice.
Mount Vesuvius. Okay, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, he didn't drive us up by it.
No, he did not.
And he was just very, very random. And then he was talking about shopping, or trying to talk about shopping. Modella, blah, blah, blah. And then the wine and the fish. Neither of us eat fish.
Olives.
And the olives, I didn't catch the olives though, but that was when we got closer to the coast. I didn't understand what we were talking about. So then comes the shakedown.
About halfway.
The shakedown. Now, granted, it's now after 6 o'clock because the ride from Naples down to Positano is not. It's not quick.
It's about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been in the cab about an hour at this point.
Yeah. And here goes the shakedown, and it was right outside, I think, of Mount Vesuvius, and we had to get off of the main road because of traffic. And traffic.
And he points to the 200.
It's okay. Traffic, too much traffic.
200 now.
I'm like, there's really not that much traffic. I mean, I've been in worse traffic here in town. It's not New York traffic. It's not LA traffic. It's not Dallas, Fort Worth, Hurst-Euless, Bedford. It's not Chicago traffic. It's not traffic.
No.
There's like a little bit of congestion, and the car was still moving at all times. So this was the shakedown of the century. And you know, it's okay.
I think that's about the time he started showing us his Rolex too.
And there it goes. So at this point, we can't be like, hey, stop and just let us out. We'll do something else. Don't try to play me over 15 euros, because he's talking about the bandits and how they were trying to steal his Rolex. And there's mucho banditos. And I'm like, you are a bandit. Because now you're trying to hustle us because you know we're trying to get from point A to point B.
And he kept putting his arm up. Rolex! Look at my Rolex!
Yeah. Thanks.
I don't understand what that was.
Thanks, jackass. That was just so irritating. So, you know, at this point, I stopped talking because I'm irritated, because I don't like a shakedown. And Scott keeps talking because he's friendly and didn't want any problems. We did make it into Positano. When you are going through, there are 3 really long tunnels, and there are winding roads where you are, you know, cliffside, and it's, you know, one way and one way, so it's like, you know, just 2 lanes going in different directions. And, you know, our lane was cliffside, so, you know, it's not dangerous, but it was, you know, there was sun setting.
Tight.
And it was real tight, and he was driving very slow. The engine light on the van that he was driving was blinking.
And it smelled like it was hot.
And it smelled like it was running hot. He would not stop talking. There were cars lined up behind us to pass us, but I still was not unhappy overall because he drove very slow and we made it there safely. He was not able to take us directly to the hotel because in the city that we visited, there are no roads that go all the way down to where our hotel was, we had to stop maybe midway. Would you say midway down down the mountain?
About halfway, yeah.
And then they had to call.
I say a quarter mile probably from the
Yeah.
last road to our hotel.
Yeah, and then they called a service to come and get our bags on a little golf cart, and then we were able just to ride the golf cart down to our hotel. But yeah, that's our story about Pasquale.
Pasquale.
Madame.
Benditos! I have a Rolex.
You need to get the pizza, Napoli pizza. The water is good.
Yeah, he said the water was what made Napoli pizza.
But you don't speak fucking English. But you can tell me that the water is good in Napoli, and that's why their pizza is so good. Thanks.
It was a shakedown. He might have been mafia.
And then you paid him the $200.
I did.
And what else did you pay him, Scott?
Huh? I gave him an extra 10 after that.
Because he asked for it, didn't he?
He did. I said, you know what? Well, actually, he kind of helped us out a little bit at that point, because I didn't want to walk all the way from there to the hotel because I had no idea where the hotel was. So the golf cart is there. They put our luggage on the golf cart, and I said, hey, can we just ride in the golf cart? And the guy says no. And all of a sudden, Pasquale starts telling them, take them on the golf cart, take them, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And they're like, okay, fine, get on the golf cart. So I gave Pasquale an extra 10. I gave them €5 to get on the golf cart, and we rode the golf cart to the hotel.
I need a tip, 200, but don't tip for me.
They did get us on the golf cart, so I was a little happy about that. Because at first they did not want to let us on the golf cart. So.
We would have gotten on the golf cart.
Maybe.
The shakedown continued.
It
Madame,
did.
qua no Italia. You Napoli, no Italia.
But we made it.
Madame, a Positano mucho fieste.
Lots of parties?
Fiesta.
Fiesta.
The beautiful bella. 1 minuto, poi dice Pasquale, very good, Positano, Pasquale. How long do you stay here?
Alright.
Oh,
Cart. Going back down to the hotel. It's actually kind of scenic. Pasquale. That was crazy stuff. But hey,
it's nice,
we're exhausted. It's been a long day. Can't wait to get to the hotel.
Yeah, it's a nice spot for holiday.
Good times.
I like you as you. Everything is big and everything is proper.
So we have arrived in Positano, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, it is at night, so I won't be able to show you the best part, but I can show you the really neat part of our hotel room. Hold on, let me flip the camera around so you can see where we're going. Wait a minute. I guess I'll have to do it this way. So let's see if you can see what we're doing. Interesting kind of bathroom. Looks like you're going through a little time travel. Interesting, huh? Hey, there's me. Hello, Kim. Neat little, you know, whatever. I love the color scheme. You can tell that the hotel is not brand new. More interesting stuff right here. Just kind of very interesting. Not too over the top. Not very ornate at all. There's more bathroom stuff. Closet, TV. But I wish you could really see this. You're not going to be able to see it very well because it is nighttime. There's Scott.
Free Wi-Fi.
And there is Wi-Fi, of course. But there's beautiful flowers. I don't know if you can see them. Tomorrow I'm going to take a better picture. But you can see a full moon. Hopefully you can see that. But we are right on the beach. It's one, or if not the only hotel that is on the beach in Positano. And look at all of the other buildings and hotels that are nestled on the mountain there. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully you get to see a little bit of it. I know, I'm sorry it's dark outside, but I'll post another picture or another video of it in the morning. It's gorgeous. Ciao!
And the look of my friend Mr. the Positano, dice